So, in return for the gift you are giving to us and allowing us to experience each and every one of you in this way, I ask in return, how may we be of service to you now with your questions and dialogue? Proceed how you wish.
Yes, that's good. Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I have two questions.
Oh, all right.
The first question stems around my upbringing about the Bible.
Your upbringing about the Bible.
Yes.
All right, well, speak up clearly so that everyone can hear what you have to share.
All right, my first question is expand more on the idea of Adam and Eve, and were a lot of the stories in the Bible just kind of made up stories?
They are allegorical for the most part, although there are parts of them that are somewhat literal. But overall, they are used as metaphors to describe things that there was really no understanding or language for on one level, but the concepts were understood and framed in story-like ways, in parable ways that could be understood by the people of the time more clearly. So the idea, for example, of Adam and Eve is simply the recognition of the beginning of what you would call the human race by the genetic manipulation of an extraterrestrial race. Using the natural hominid species that evolved on your planet that you refer to as either Homo habilis or Homo erectus, that were genetically altered to contain some of the extraterrestrial genetics and create what you now refer to as yourselves as Homo sapien. The idea in an ancient language is that Adam or Adama simply means man.
Oh, okay.
Does that help?
Yes.
All right.
All right, my second question is I've been following your teachings for about a month now.
Oh, all right.
And last Tuesday I had a dream. And,
Yes.
And it told me to go back to Alabama. That's where I'm from. But it didn't really say anything else. It said, it was very clear and very distinct. It said, go back to Alabama. And then I woke up.
Yes.
Kind of confused.
You're confused.
I wasn't really that confused, but I was like, I don't want to go back. I came to California to...
All right. But what does Alabama mean to you in terms of an energy state? Not necessarily the physical state.
It's a low energy for me.
A
low energy.
A low energy.
Yes.
All right. And so that is not an energy state you wish to go back to.
Correct.
All right. So you were given an opportunity to decide for yourself in that dream whether that was a state you preferred or not.
I believe so.
All right. And so now you have clarity about the fact, even more so than before, that that is not an energy state you wish to experience.
Well, in the dream, it basically said go back to Alabama. I mean, I looked at it as an opportunity to either start a business because it's cheaper down there. But
is that what excites you?
That's what I've been trying to work on for the past 8 years.
You've been trying to work on?
Trying, yes.
Well, let me give you some help, if I may.
Please.
If there is any hesitation at all in your answer of yes, when asked if something excites you, then the hesitation is an indication that that's not what excites you. Any hesitation. Yes. So you don't have to try and work on it. All you have to do is ask the same question you were asked in the dream, the same kinds of questions. That's why you were given the question. Because it shows you, it demonstrates to you how you can easily understand what the direction of your true self is by asking a question and finding out how quickly you answer that question positively or negatively. Yes or no. Because that tells you exactly what is true for you. Or at least gives you an opportunity to find out why you're answering the way you're answering. Because sometimes you can certainly disguise your excitement and make it seem to not be your excitement. Conversely, you can also take something that is really not your excitement and pretend that it is, so that you don't face or have to face the fears that come up when you actually move in the direction of your true excitement.
I think I'm disguising it. That's what I feel. I'm disguising my excitement.
Yes. All right. So, but the idea is that you can decide for yourself what is really preferable. Because the idea of acting on your highest excitement means that all the components of it have to really be in alignment with your excitement. What it is you're doing, how it is you're doing it, where it is you're doing it, with whom you're doing it, so on and so forth, have to all line up, or it's not really a full expression of your excitement. So by asking yourself or telling yourself from another level to go back to Alabama and finding out what your reaction to that is, you get an opportunity to decide whether that actually is in your best interests by looking deep within yourself to see if you are making it seem not exciting when it could be, or whether it's truly, truly not representative of what would really excite you in life. And if you find that it is really not representative of what would excite you in life, then any other factor you need to consider doesn't really need to be considered to the detail that you are considering it. For example, as you said, well, maybe I need to move my business there because it's cheaper. But if that's not really a place that's representative of your excitement, then the success of your business doesn't have to require a state where it's cheaper. That means you will attract what you need to do it where you are more excited to do it. You understand?
Yes, but why would I have the dreams? It was so vivid, and then I woke up, and so I felt like it was my spirit guide, because a week before I asked the spirit guide to show me something. I didn't ask for anything.
There you go.
I didn't ask for anything specific. But
the spirit guide knows what you need to hear. And telling you to go back to Alabama doesn't mean you have to go back to Alabama. It's telling you, look at your response or reaction to the statement. And that will guide you. In other words, let me give you a simplified version of this. Sometimes people on your planet find they have a difficult time making a decision between this or that. Yes?
Correct.
And sometimes you say, well, flip a coin. Well, sometimes that's actually not a bad idea, because when you flip the coin, whatever it comes up, you'll see if you feel, yes, that's what I wanted, or darn, I wish it was the other side.
Yes.
And that may give you an immediate answer, because then you can realize, well, you don't have to do it just because it came up tails, because you now realize that you actually preferred heads. So it's another way, another permission slip of making your decision more definitive by really paying attention to the energy of your response to a statement. Yes? So the idea, the sentence, go back to Alabama, is as definitive a statement as the flipping of a coin. Heads or tails.
So don't take the dream literally. So
take it for the literalness of the energy you experienced within yourself in response to the statement.
Okay.
Because the things that excite you don't necessarily have to come to fruition in the way that you think. So never pay attention to what something appears to be on the surface, even that sentence. There is an underlying reason why the sentence is there, and you will understand the underlying reason when you pay attention to your response to it, not to the sentence itself. The sentence is just a mechanism to get you in touch with how you really feel about that reality, and to point out to you that if you really, really understand that being in Alabama is not in alignment with your true vibration of excitement, then you don't have to worry about the details like, well, maybe it needs to be in a place that's cheaper. Because excitement is a whole kit. It's a holistic idea. And if you know any one part of it, then all you have to do is simply look for the other things that have equal excitement and not get in your own way by making negative assumptions that don't have to be made, because you don't need to work out all the details. It's already worked out. All you need to do is know what the excitement is, take whatever action you can on it to the best of your ability, and have absolutely zero insistence or assumption as to what the outcome ought to be, knowing that whatever the outcome is, it will be the perfect outcome, and you will attract with synchronicity everything you need to allow it to be what it needs to be as an expanded representation of your excitement. Is this helping? Or am I confusing you?
No, you're not confusing me. I'm just trying to wrap my head around. Why would the spirit guides give me something that was so unclear?
It's not unclear. It's very clear. When you were given the sentence, go back to Alabama,
right?
What was the first reaction you felt?
I didn't want to go. I'm like,
how clear is that? It's very clear. All I'm saying is, give yourself a moment to figure out whether your response is actually indicative of a true reflection of your excitement, or whether you're coloring it to make it seem unexciting when it might be. But as soon as you figure out that it might actually be representative of your true excitement, if that's what you figure out, you have your clear answer. Okay. Don't go there, because it's not representative of your excitement. It's not representative of your path. How much clearer does it need to be?
By having the spirit guide saying, don't, something more clearer,
Why do you keep saying it's not clear?
I don't know.
Oh, all right. We understand why. Thank you. Your spirit guide's actually helping.
Thank you.
You have an assumptive definition in your mind the way you think guides are supposed to talk to you.
Correct.
That is incorrect.
So how are they supposed to talk?
The way that they gave it to you invokes a process. Life is about the process you go through in discovering what you're truly all about. They don't just hand you answers on a platter. That's not living. That's having someone live your life for you, like you are a puppet on a string. Go here, go there, do this now, go to sleep, wake up, brush your teeth. So the idea is that a guide does their job best when they allow you to be your own best guide, because that's what they're training you to do. That's why they are a guide, not a do-it-all-for-you person. So they will always give you the information in a way that invokes a process. And the process actually was a very simple one. All you had to do was pay attention to your reaction to the statement, and you had your answer. Very simple. But that's what they're training you to do. Pay attention to your response to statements so that you know how to guide yourself. Because you know how you feel when you're given a proposal. When you're given a statement, you know how you feel about it. The only thing you have to do is make sure you're not coloring it to make it seem something other than what it is. But when you are clear about the idea that your response is a genuine, authentic response, your answer is clear. But you had to go through a process in order to get it, because it's not going to be done for you.
Do you have a name for my guide? So that when I talk to it, I won't just make up a name or just say, "Hey, spirit guide." And, I would like to be more personable with the guide.
The guide says you may use Philip.
Okay, I'll use Philip. Okay.
Does that work for you?
Yes.
All right. If in another dream the guide gives you another name, then you can use that too, or you can stick with Philip. It's up to you.
All right.
Does this help you?
Yes.
Is there something else?
Not at this moment.
All right, then thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And you good day.
First, I want to thank you very much for your messages.
We thank you for the co-creation and allowing us to reflect back to all of you what you already know.
My first question is, do I have a contract with the grace?
Yes.
Which kind of contract?
A contract to allow certain genetic patterns within you to form templates upon which hybrid beings can be created.
What are my options?
What are your options? Is that what you're asking? Your options for what?
I had experiences during ayahuasca sessions.
Yes.
That a being, at first I was thinking it was an attack, but
it's not an attack. It is simply an opportunity to explore your own fears and let them go. If you want to call those options, then by all means you can. You always have the option to explore a fear, know that you are safe in doing so, and let it go because it no longer serves you as an idea. Thus allowing you to become more and more expressive of who you truly are. Is this helping? Or is there some other direction you wanted to take this in? Be specific.
My question is, do I have responsibility to them, or
You have responsibility to everyone, but you're never responsible for anyone. You have the responsibility to them to be yourself as best as you possibly can, because that's what this is all about.
so? Yes, I tend to.
I beg your pardon. You tend or you choose? One implies you are empowered, one implies you are not. I tend, it's out of my control, I don't know what I'm doing, or I choose. Even if it's negative, I choose gives you power to deal with it. I tend removes the power from your hands because it sounds like it's something you can't help. And once you know you have a habit, you don't have it anymore. A habit is something you do you don't know you're doing. If you know you're doing it, it's gone.
So it does not. It makes no difference
What makes no difference?
to know if I have a contract or not, because
It makes a difference in that the contract will reveal itself through the actions of your life, but it isn't always necessary for you to consciously know that the contract is there. The contract will play out in the challenges that you face and the synchronicities that crop up in your life. You'll know it eventually. Maybe you don't need to know it until the end of your life.
okay,
Yes?
just follow my highest excitement.
That's the complete kit that will give you every bit of information you need to live your life as fully as you possibly can. It really is a complete kit. Nothing is left out. Nothing. Is this helping?
Yes.
All
yes,
right.
thank you.
Anything else?
Yes, I have tinnitus since more than 30 years, and it's becoming over the years stronger and stronger. I tried several natural ways to get rid of it.
Get rid of what?
Tinnitus, so this sound in my ear,
Tinnitus.
or tinnitus.
All right.
And maybe you have, I want to ask you if you have a hint or an idea what I can do or what I can change.
Leave your email with the people that run this organization and information will be sent to you. All right?
Okay. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Something else?
Yes. I was wondering, is the universe, does the universe have a fractal structure?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Your universe does.
our universe.
Yes,
but
not all of them do, but yours does, and many do.
Okay. So I can find a whole new universe in one aspect of this
Yes.
fractal.
Yes.
And
That is usually the way it is laid out when fractals are involved, yes.
yeah.
But there are other ways in which universes can express themselves.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Um,
Is that it?
I have. I'm a medical journalist and I do research.
Is that exciting to you?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Do
Just
research.
checking.
Yeah. Yeah, my highest excitement is to find out what my highest excitement is. And then
Good luck with that.
yeah.
You'll be looking for a long time.
And
When we talk about the idea of acting on your highest excitement, we don't mean it has to come in the form of a career or a project long term. We simply mean at any given moment you have a number of options available to you of things that you can take action on in your life, and all you need to do is act on the one at any given moment that has more excitement than any other, and you'll be doing the same thing. If it ultimately turns into something that you could call a career or a job or a project, that's fine, because one expression of excitement is connected to all other expressions of excitement. That's part of the kit. But you don't have to start that way. You can start with baby steps and just keep acting on what's most exciting that's right in front of your face.
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, then you don't have to go looking for what your excitement is, because you're doing what is your highest excitement every moment.
Yes.
By simply making those choices.
Yes, and I'm open for changes or new ideas or new ways to live my excitement.
All right. Good for you.
Yes.
Will that do? Will
Wait,
that do?
okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, Bashar.
And a good day.
First, I just want to say thank you so much, you and Daryl, for doing what you do. I find your expressions so funny, and
all right.
I love the way you do, and you're hilarious. And
We think many of you are quite hilarious too. In fact, since you bring it up, I will now let you in on a little preview of something to come in your year of 2015.
All right.
In one of our transmissions, we will bring in a young being from our society who has absolutely no idea what your society is like. And you're going to get the opportunity to explain some concepts to him. And let's see how that goes. It'll be a lot of fun, I guarantee.
In a transmission like this?
In a transmission like this, we will facilitate the training that he has had sufficiently to communicate with you, but understand that when we as first contact specialists contact a civilization, we have already had at least one incarnation in that civilization so that we understand the civilization. So we have a frame of reference so that we're not too alien. But this being, while being trained as a first contact specialist, does not yet have an incarnation in your civilization, and therefore you're going to really get to see the difference in the concepts you think are very obvious as compared to what one of our natural people actually perceives you to be.
Is this gonna be like a little alien baby, or like through a channel?
It's not a baby, it's a young being on our planet.
In physical form?
A physical being, but will channel through, just as I am channeling through right now.
Okay.
And you will get a chance to speak with him, and he will get a chance to speak with you. But we are going to find this exchange quite amusing.
Awesome. Is that gonna be through Daryl or another channel?
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Through this channel.
Okay. Cool. That's.
It'll be announced, don't worry. Now, would you like to continue?
Yes. When. Okay. So follow your excitement. I love the concept.
Follow your excitement to the best of your ability with zero insistence on the outcome. Many of you forget that third part quite conveniently. That's the whole formula. That's the formula that opens excitement up as the complete kit.
No resistance.
All right?
What if you feel like you have to do something?
Such as, for example.
Okay, I guess I'd use my life specific. Like,
Well, thank you. That would probably be best. Since that's the life you're living.
yeah. So this one guy, right? So with my life, if let's say I'm having trouble figuring out exactly, like I find many things excite me, but I don't.
That's all right. There can be many different expressions of your excitement. That's all right. That's why you just need to follow the thread. The thread of what excites you at any given moment that you have the greatest ability to take action on is the thing to do at that moment, knowing that it's all connected and would lead you to any other expression of your excitement that needs to be expressed in your life.
But
so
it's-
it's all right.
But then I find it so easy to get like off that thread, and then I get
Why?
like,
Off what thread? If you're following the thread, how can you be off it?
because let's say I'm with like a group of people or family or something, and
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I'm like I really want to do that, and
Do what?
do something totally different, like run off, like I gotta go do that. And
All right,
and
that's
I don't want
fine.
to, but then I feel that
if,
pressure.
If it is actually truly representative of your excitement, then that's the thing to do. However, we also remind you that many people on your planet confuse anxiety with excitement. And that's why we initially said in the other conversation, you have to first be honest about whether or not what you say you're actually excited about is actually a definition of excitement, because it may not be. You may be in denial about things and wanting to go this way and go that way because there's something else you don't want to look at within yourself, and then calling it excitement so you have an excuse to go do something else and not pay attention to what you really need to process. You have to decide whether that's what's happening or whether it is truly representative of your highest excitement. And also ask yourself, why, if you have a real definition of excitement, a true definition of excitement, which, by the way, in the complete kit is also the organizing principle of your life. Remember that? As one of the tools in the kit. So if that is one of the tools in the kit, the organizing principle that allows synchronicity to bring you what you need exactly when you need it, in the order you need it, why would you create a definition of excitement that piled those things on top of each other so quickly that you couldn't finish one or two of them? That may not be a definition of excitement if you don't actually have time to enjoy what it is you're excited about. So pay attention to the fact that you may be creating a definition that is not actually purely a definition of excitement, with certain assumptions that you have to go hither, thither, and yon in order to be expressing excitement and running around with your hair on fire, which isn't always necessarily an indication of excitement.
So the best solution to that is just be as present as you can be.
Be as present as you can, because remember, there are many expressions of excitement, and sometimes even being in a balanced state of meditative peace can be a complete expression of excitement. So there's no rush. Are you in a hurry to get somewhere?
No, but I feel like I easily get frustrated myself.
I understand, but that's the clue right there. When you say, I feel I easily get frustrated, it's because you have a definition that creates the feeling of frustration. If you understand that all feelings exist only because of something you believe to be true first. You can't have an emotional response to something that you don't believe in. So if you have a certain emotional response, that's an indication, that's your first clue, that that response has to be intimately connected with a definition that is generating that response. So if that's the case, you take a moment, you take a breath, you take a pause, and you allow yourself to ask the questions from one direction or another. A, what would I have to believe is true about myself in this situation in order to feel the way I do? That's one way to ask the question. Another way to ask the question, because we understand that many of the definitions you may be holding on to might be fear-based, is to actually use the fear to your advantage and ask the question from the reverse angle, which is, if I really allowed myself to be who I truly prefer to be, what am I most terrified will actually happen? One way or another, when you ask the question from one direction or another, if you're willing to hear the answer, then in some way, shape, or form, the answer will be presented to you, whether in your life when you're awake, when you're dreaming, synchronicity, one way or another, the answer will come if you're willing to hear the answer. All right?
Yes.
So anytime you have a feeling that you feel uncomfortable with, stop and ask the question, what would I have to believe is true about myself in order to feel this way in this circumstance? And then listen. You'll get the answer if you're willing to hear it. But the only thing that would keep you from being willing to hear the answer is if you have another belief that says, if you find out that answer, it's going to be horrible, and you're going to find out that your worst nightmare is actually going to come true. This is what we'll be talking about tomorrow night, about one of the tricks of negative beliefs. As we said in a session called Angels and Demons, negative beliefs are the father of lies. You understand? That's that biblical phrase, and that's actually what the biblical phrase means. It's referring to the idea of the negative beliefs that have the sole duty and the structure of convincing you that there is no other possible belief. So they will say anything to get you to stay in that state because that's their job. That's what they're designed to do. You have to know differently. And that's what we'll be discussing tomorrow night of your time. How to do that.
Yeah.
All right?
Thank you so much.
Does this help you?
Very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I ask one more question?
That was a question.
You got me.
So I guess you
got
have
me.
the ability to do so.
You got true. When it comes to...
I know it's true. That's why I said it.
Yeah. When it comes to prayer,
Yes.
From what I understand and what I've gathered to understand is that it's about faith and believing it already exists. So it's about receiving.
It's about knowing
it
it exists. It's about knowing it's already here. And it's about being in a state of gratitude that it already exists. You have to pray as if it's already a done deal. Not for something you want, because then that keeps it out there in the wanting state. But if you know it's already a done deal, then you know that it will manifest at exactly the perfect moment, not a second before the perfect moment when it serves you best, but not a second later than the perfect moment. So once you are in that state of gratitude for what you already have that may simply be invisible to you at the moment, just go on about your life and let it manifest when it serves you best. All right?
All right. Thank you so much, Bashar.
Thank you.
Hi, Bashar.
And you good day.
I have a question.
All right, speak up, speak up.
Okay. I am very interested in the phenomenon of contact, and I would like to...
Yes, well, isn't that why we're talking here?
Yeah. But I mean, the step further to have communication.
You're having communication right now with an extraterrestrial being. What more do you want?
That's right. I mean, face to face.
That will happen eventually, when you're really ready, because you're not ready yet, trust me.
Right. So that's why I'm not experiencing that, because I'm not ready.
You're not ready.
Right.
And it's not ready for many people on your planet. When it will start to happen will be the timing that will benefit everyone the most. As the energy exists on your planet now, the highest degree of probability for the window of the beginning of face-to-face contact between your world and other worlds will be between 2025 and 2033. That's the highest probability window of when it will begin.
Right.
But there's no rush. We've done this many times with many different civilizations. We know what we're doing. We know that this dispensation of information is the first step in the idea of moving toward contact, depending upon how the information we deliver is received and applied. Because we use the way in which you handle the information we already deliver to determine whether or not you're actually ready for more information.
I understand.
All right.
Last night I had a dream.
Yes.
And a ship that was very beautiful. It was round like a ball
All right.
of silver, and around it were spinning several rings,
Yes.
like Saturn, but there were different.
Yes.
Yes. I wonder if they came as an answer of the people that I want to have more contact with.
Yes.
And do you know who they are?
I do.
Who are they?
I'm not telling you. But I will tell you this. As we have said to many of you before, almost all of you have already actually had face-to-face contact. You just don't remember it. Because you are made to forget by agreement, because the rate at which you remember you've had contact, whether in a waking state or in dreams or what have you, the rate at which you remember you've already had contact is used as a barometer to determine when you're actually ready for more.
Yes.
So,
I had a thought then. Would it be possible for us to like have a real photograph of you?
Eventually.
Okay, that's also when we're ready.
You already
of course.
have real photographs of our ships. Eventually, you will have real photographs of us.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I have one more question.
Yes.
I have been experiencing things since I was very young that has,
Yes.
I think, prepared me for a certain kind of work. Which,
Yes, of course.
With with children and people who are.
Are you doing that work?
No, I'm
Why not?
Because I don't really know where to start.
Oh, come. Where's your imagination?
Okay. I was just wondering if you can, since it's
Are you acting on your highest excitement every moment that you can to the best of your ability with no assumption of the outcome?
Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good.
Pretty good.
I'm training.
You're training for what?
Yeah, what?
Training for what? You do understand that the best way to learn is by doing, yes?
Yes.
Experience comes from actually doing. So why not let your imagination guide you and start doing what excites you in whatever way you can? Even if it's not the way you ultimately wind up doing it, doesn't matter. You will never do it the way you will ultimately do it if you don't start doing some version of it now.
Yeah, that's right.
So I know, that's why I said it. So do the version you are capable of imagining that you can do. Take action on whatever you can that is at least the best representation of the idea you are capable of mustering up in your physical reality.
Yeah.
And one thing will lead to another.
That's great. I can do that.
I know you can. So do it. Or not. It's
All
up
right.
to you.
Thank you very much.
Does this help you?
It does help. I have one more question.
Yes.
I have been drawn to the US since I was 10 years old.
All right.
And I lived here twice.
Yes.
But for some reason I'm hesitating to move here, but I feel...
Where are you drawn to be? Remember, again, please, the thing that excites you the most isn't necessarily the thing that needs to come to fruition. Sometimes the thing that excites you because it just needs to get you to move in a direction. And then something else may excite you once you're moving. So that's why you need to drop all the insistence and assumption about something coming to fruition, because you don't actually know that the thing at a given moment that excites you is actually the thing that actually needs to come to pass. It may just be the thing that gets you off your butt.
Right.
So that you can run into the thing that is actually going to come to fruition.
So if I move in a direction where I feel okay...
Take action to the best of your ability in the direction of what's exciting you, you will wind up where you need to wind up.
Yeah.
Yes?
That makes a lot of sense.
I know.
I heard you say it 30 times, but still
That's
it's like
all right.
you again.
Obviously, sometimes, even though you may have heard something 30 times, when you finally get it, that means you actually finally heard it.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not just noise.
Right.
Yes? Because you've made it your own. That's why you get it. You finally understand how to make the concept your own and allow it to be true for you. Remember that the things you know to be true, you just do. If I ask you to walk, you just walk. You don't say, I wonder if I can walk over there. I think I believe I can walk over there. I don't know, I'm not sure. You don't go through that, you just walk. Action and knowing are synonymous. The things you know are true are in your behavior. You just do them. That's the degree that you need to know the concepts that are being discussed. They just need to be in your behavior. They need to be your first nature, not second nature. Make sense?
Yeah, that's great.
And then you will get the reflection of that knowledge, of that knowingness.
So
because
then
it
you
will be who you actually are. And you will be demonstrating who you are in your behavior, and then creation can reflect that absolute knowingness and certainty back to you. Any hesitation, any self-doubt, that's what gets reflected back. Hesitation and doubt. And remember, of course, doubt is not a lack of trust. Doubt is a 100% trust in a definition you don't prefer. So why not trust in what you do prefer instead of what you don't? It's the same mechanism. It's going to work for you either way. Why not allow it to work for you in the positive side rather than the negative side? By trusting in what you prefer instead of trusting in what you don't prefer. Yes?
Yes, that's good.
Does this make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Does this help?
Yes, it does.
Why, thank you.
Thank you. Can I ask one more thing?
Nope.
Oh. Thank you so much.
Well,
Hello,
are you
Bashar.
waiting for an engraved invitation?
I guess I was breathing along with
Oh,
you.
all right.
As part of my mission or my contract,
Yes.
I work to connect with souls who've passed over.
How exciting.
It is.
Yes.
Sometimes I hear, sometimes I get an impression, sometimes there's no sound. I just see like a little bit of a movie strip
Yes. It will come in many ways, whatever works best at that moment.
or automatic writing.
Yes.
I have a family now that I'm working with.
All right.
In Los Angeles, there are 30
In the city of angels.
Right. There are 34 to 3,500 people who go missing every year.
Yes.
And there are only 4 detectives who work to try and find them.
Sounds like a big job.
It is. And so the family I'm working with, I believe now, feels perhaps their sister, mother, daughter, whatever,
Yes.
if she's found, of course, will not be alive.
All right, if you say
But
so.
she's missing, her car is missing, her phone was turned off.
Yes.
And they need to have closure so that the whole family can move on.
Then you will give them closure, yes?
I have as far as I can, but until they find her body, I don't know that they will have closure.
All right. Well, she can help them with that if they're open to communicating with her in the dream state. Are they?
I believe they are.
All right. Well, then why not ask the person?
I have. She's shown me pictures of just,
Why not have them ask?
okay,
Because that's the next stage.
okay,
They can seek help through you and people like you who are capable of doing that, but the next stage is to allow them to know they can have contact directly. And that's the next stage that needs to occur here.
I feel that's empowering.
It is. And they will then know that the relationship still continues, just in a different way.
Okay, thank you for that.
You are welcome.
I have another question.
Yes.
You mentioned earlier about sleeping and dreaming.
Yes.
Does listening to meditations or recordings while you're sleeping have any effect? And
It's a permission slip like anything else.
If it does, is it healthy to disturb your sleep by doing this, or does it
It's
even...
a permission slip like anything else. If you are attracted to that permission slip, then you will know in your imagination in what way to organize it and arrange it so that it will be beneficial in the way that you prefer it to be.
Makes
But if you
perfect
have
sense.
definitions within you that it will be disturbing, then guess what? It will be disturbing. You're the one in charge. You get to decide what it will do for you as a permission slip. Because remember, you're the one giving yourself permission. Yes? You're just using this idea as a reflection to make it seem easier to do so. Funny, isn't it?
It is.
It is. It's a
Okay.
huge cosmic joke. You have used your self-empowerment to make it seem as if you're powerless. You're using 100% of your brain to make it seem as if you're only using 10%. It's quite funny. You're going to find out how funny when you talk to that member of our society that doesn't have an incarnation in your society.
Thank you.
Does this help you?
It does.
Then pleasant dreams to you.
Thank you.
Fine. Hello, Bashar.
And you good day.
How have you been?
Perfect, and you?
I haven't had a conversation with you in a while.
All right, if you say so.
Yes. Two quick questions.
Yes. Time's up.
Consideration of people standing.
Not quick enough.
In consideration of those still online. In the early 80s,
Yes.
Workshop 2, around that time, you said, well, a very upset woman asked if we were going to annihilate ourselves nuclearly. And
Yes, and we said no.
You said that our government had been given a demonstration that we
Yes.
would not be able to.
There have been many demonstrations of that nature.
Well, this particular one, up to 30 years secrecy was lifted in 1997. I showed two colonels of Minuteman
Yes.
sites had the same experience. UFOs over the front gates, panicking, calling into the colonels, and both had 20 Minutemen missiles go off ready, which
Yes.
is not possible.
Well, it is possible, obviously.
Well, was that one of your demonstrations, which would have made it 67, March of about 67?
All those demonstrations over missile sites have either scrambled the codes or electromagnetically shut off the codes or tampered with the firing mechanisms in a variety of ways to demonstrate that nuclear annihilation would not be allowed because it affects more than just your world.
Right. Fantastic.
Now, if you want to have an isolated nuclear incident, you can have that. We can't stop you there because it's part and parcel of
Yeah.
your learning curve.
We've done that, yeah.
But the idea of total global thermonuclear war, you have on a collective consciousness level already decided that you're not going to do that anyway.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay, last question is, you'll know this from Daryl's consciousness. I am
Yes.
trying to get a new TV show off the ground. My name's Scott.
That sounds exciting for you.
Okay, and the excitement is there.
Yes.
But I have a concern, and I wanted to ask you this personally.
concern?
Yes, about the outcome, of course.
I can't give you that.
I know, but I want to ask you, is the timing about right?
I can't tell you that.
You can't tell me that.
No,
Okay,
it's your timing.
well, my concern is
All
that,
right, I'll give it to you this way.
Yeah.
The timing was perfect until you asked if the timing was right.
Perfect.
And then it wasn't.
Well, let me tell you, my concern is that if, like you, Daryl, and you were to do a spot on this show, it would bring worldwide attention to you both.
That is
and
none
that
of
is a
your concern.
It's none of my concern.
No.
Thank you.
You can put out whatever invitation you want. If the synchronicity is representative of the best of all concerned, then what needs to happen will happen. But we can't predict that yet because there are things in motion. And we cannot give you definitives that will lock you into a certain path that hasn't been decided by you yet. You cannot rely on the idea of needing certain things in order to know that whatever your vision is will be successful in its own terms, whatever that looks like. You're putting the cart before the horse.
Right. Okay, well, one last quick one,
Yes.
my friend Hans was asking. I've always thought of the universe, the one verse, as being all that is. But you said there can be multi-universes.
It's a multiverse, but that can also, from one level, be seen as one thing, too.
Is that multidimensional you're talking about, or
It is.
places?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Just to let you know that my sons
Speak up so that all may hear you.
yeah, my sons who are in Spain are also very excited that I'm here
All right.
today. I want to ask you a question about what generates the Earth's magnetic field and why do the poles drift and eventually flip?
The molten core. The spinning of the Earth around the molten core, around the solid core, generates an electromagnetic field. But there are fluctuations in the field. There are cycles and perturbations of resonance within the field that have natural cycles of moving around.
So what's the time span of the natural cycle?
It depends on certain things, give or take. You will find that it can be several 100,000 years.
And what is the duration of the actual flipping of the poles once they start drifting?
It's not an absolute. It can vary depending upon many other factors. It has been from time to time as quick as 24 hours. Sometimes it has taken what you would call months, even years.
And when that does happen in a time span of 24 hours, what happens to the Earth itself? I mean,
it depends upon what exists upon the Earth at that time, because there can be certain effects that will happen to what you would call plant life, animal life, human life, so on and so forth. Depending upon the level of your technology, that may also be affected. It depends.
So what causes those effects?
The idea of interference patterns within the shifting electromagnetic field can cause shifts within the electromagnetic fields of living organisms and also electronic equipment.
Okay, thank you.
Does that help you? Mm-hmm. Are you afraid?
No,
All right. Why not?
just curious.
Oh, all right.
One more question.
Yes.
Yeah. I just need some clarification on reincarnation.
Yes.
From the our Earth linear time perspective.
Yes. It
How-
appears to be that you have reincarnation from the linear perspective. It's real as an experience from the linear perspective, but as a description of the mechanism, it's not accurate because everything exists all at once. So the structure, all lives, all experiences exist right now. But you can see them, you can view them, you can experience them as if they happened one after another.
So if they do happen one after another as
They
we
don't
see them,
happen one after another. You can make it seem as if they do, but they don't actually. That's just an experience of the structure from a certain perspective. The structure is that everything exists now. Therefore, what you're experiencing is in your present life, you are making energetic and informational connections to other lives that exist right now, but you interpret those connections as a memory because you're looking at those connections from a linear space-time perspective. But that's an illusion. But it's real as an experience, but it's not real as a description of the mechanism. Does that make sense? Yeah. It's similar to the idea of your film strip. Yeah. When you view a movie, you can shine the projector light through the different frames to create the illusion of time and change and movement and things happening one after another on the movie screen. But the projectionist knows that all the frames exist on the film strip at the same time and can look at several of them at once by holding the film strip up. And can even, if the projectionist wishes, shine the light through those frames in a completely different order that has nothing at all to do with before and now and after.
But what happens to the lives that have not yet been lived?
You're not getting it. They all exist now. They just don't seem to because you haven't gotten to that part in the movie yet from your linear perspective. But they exist right now. Just like the film strip exists even though you might not have watched the movie yet. Just like when you're watching your television and you're watching one program, you know at the same time you're watching that program there are dozens and dozens of other programs playing at the same time all at once. You just don't see them because you haven't changed to that channel yet. Same thing. They all exist at once. To put it more clearly perhaps, you never actually become those people. They exist as their own people. You're not them, they're not you. And you never will be. And they'll never be you. You are you. They are they. But you can make connections to all the beings that exist. And you make those connections from a linear time frame in such a way as to make it seem as if somebody existed long ago, somebody has yet to exist. That's just an illusionary perspective. They all exist now. Did that help?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Can you work with that?
It will take me time.
No, if you say so. Because you're coming from a linear perspective.
Yeah.
So yes, of course, it will take you time. But when you understand it from the spirit perspective, you actually see it all at once. All right?
Thank you.
So have fun.
Yeah.